Alright guys, welcome back to another weekly wrap. I'm Lethal1Up, and let's talk about some gaming news from this past week. We have 5 stories to go over. Again, a good mix-up of some Xbox and some just really good stories to kind of talk about. So let's go ahead, jump into this with the very first story, and that is Game Pass lineup update is in. We're getting this from the Xbox Wire with a lineup of games that are getting some updates and also just coming to Game Pass. So we have the first one is Cricket 22. We're going to get the cloud and console version on April 5th, which should be out by the time this video goes out. Same thing with MLB The Show 22 for both cloud and console. Then we have Chinatown Detective Agency that is going to be for cloud, console, and PC. That was out on April 7th. Dragon Age 2 also on cloud. That was April 7th. We have Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. That's going to be the cloud version on April 7th. Star Wars Squadron cloud version as well. Lots of cloud versions. That is April 7th. We're getting Life is Strange True Colors. I've played this game. Phenomenal game. It is on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, please take the time to play this game. It is so freaking good. You're going to love it. It just, stays true to the Life is Strange series. You're definitely going to get emotional with it. It's a great game. That is going to be on the cloud, console, and PC versions. That is April 12th. Then there's Panzer Corps 2 for PC. That is April 12th. And then the Dungeon of Nubelik. If I mispronounce that, let me know down below in the comment section. That is for PC on April 12th. And then Lost in Random. That is for the cloud, console, and PC versions. And that is April 14th. Now we can go ahead and jump into the next story, which is a pretty interesting story. PlayStation users stacked up on PlayStation Now year subscriptions that were supposed to be removed. Now this is from Tom Ivan over at VGC. PlayStation owners have bought years worth of PlayStation Now subscriptions that are from a link that was shared by Wario64 over on Twitter and was still active at the time, but again right now it is no longer active. And this was in a plan to make big savings on the upcoming PlayStation Plus premium membership plan, basically taking advantage of paying $60 instead of paying the $120. Now again, reminder that the current PlayStation Now users will automatically be rolling over into the PlayStation Plus Premier tier when the service launches in June. Now, like I said before, that link is no longer valid. There shouldn't be any current way to get a digital means of getting some access to PlayStation Now, their yearly subscription. I believe they're all taken down. The only way you can get possibly lucky is if you go to a retailer and you just happen to find a PlayStation Now yearly card, those prepaid cards. Again, I'm pretty sure PlayStation has sent out some type of memo to retailers to take those down, but you can get lucky and you can still find it, as some have been able to find it. But again, this is a big thing that happened over this past weekend. Actually, I'll be honest, I saw the opportunity and I took it, and I think a lot of people who are thinking of going into the PlayStation Premium tier, why not? They're going to take advantage of the fact that, hey, if I get that yearly subscription now at the $60 price value, I can go ahead and just roll that over for the next year, but also roll that over into the PlayStation Plus premium tier. But also keep in mind that they haven't announced yet any plans of, some type of discount for anybody who is currently for PlayStation Plus, maybe until next year, but do want to go to the premium tier. I doubt they're going to have users go ahead and charge them $120. That wouldn't make any sense. They already paid for PlayStation Plus for however many years. There's probably going to be some kind of discount that does get applied. Hopefully we get more news with that with PlayStation, as they did promise more news in regards to, what is going to be happening with this whole, PlayStation Plus revamp, in particular, right? A little bit more of those types of details, but also just the actual catalog, because that is super important, to make that decision of, hey, do you want to go premium, right? It is 3 tiers. Keep in mind, premium was the highest. Second was extra, while the first is essential, which everybody gets rolled into, again, come June. Now we can go ahead and jump into story number 3, and that is Monkey Island is returning. We're getting this from Devolver Digital from their official Twitter account. They said this: introducing Return to Monkey Island, a new game by Ron Gilbert that picks up where Monkey Island 2 LeChuck's Revenge left off. Ron Gilbert's Terrible Toy Box Studio is in collaboration with Devolver Digital and Lucasfilm Games. Pretty cool to see this game come back. If you were a fan of the original point-and-click adventures, get hyped for the sequel that's coming out. I'm personally really excited for this one. We can go ahead and jump now into story number 4, and that is an iconic series is making a comeback. We're getting this from Remedy Entertainment. So Remedy Entertainment, the creators of Max Payne, are pleased to announce that they will be remaking the iconic Max Payne and Max Payne 2: The Fall of Max Payne video game in a new development agreement with Rockstar Games. Now, both games left an immense mark in popular culture, lauded for their neo-noir atmosphere, groundbreaking storytelling, and bullet time gunplay. Who doesn't remember the iconic just gameplay feature of the bullet time, just slow-mo, just like, you know, jumping from side to side and hitting the enemies, really cool. Again, Remedy will develop the game as a single title for PC, PlayStation 5, and Series X and S using its proprietary Northlight game engine. The game's development budget will be financed by Rockstar Games, the size of which will be in line with the typical Remedy AAA game production. Makes sense. And to keep in mind too, Remedy Entertainment is also currently working on a Control sequel, apparently a Control-inspired multiplayer game, which I didn't know about, Alan Wake 2, and also a free-to-play shooter as well, apparently in collaboration with Tencent. So they are busy. Remedy is definitely busy. Lots of games. I would have thought Control sequel and then the Alan Wake 2 game alone were probably just a lot of work, because, you know, a lot of these are AAA, you know, big games. So now adding into the, you know, the Max Payne games, that's a lot, and they're doing quite a lot. But you know what, Remedy's killing it. I was a big fan of Control. Alan Wake 2, I'm definitely hyped for that one, but now seeing the Max Payne remakes definitely going to become a thing is super exciting. Give us your thoughts about that down below. Do you want to see the Max Payne games come back? Well, they're coming back regardless, so let us know down below your thoughts about that. And then we're going to go into story number 5, which is the final story, and that is Nintendo announces the next N64 game coming to the expansion pack service. Again, this is from Nintendo over on Twitter. They go, "Get into the swing, tee off with Mario and friends when Mario Golf comes to Nintendo Switch for Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members on April 15th for the N64 Virtual Console." Again, they've been killing it in terms of commitment. I'm gonna say that much. I'm just happy to see them, you know, dropping games. We just got games for the SNES and the NES, which I will be honest, they did totally. There's a big gap in between where they kind of left off with that versus how they're coming back with it. But at least they're kind of putting some games on there, at least continuing to put games on there. But more importantly, the N64 games, right, which is the main point of even getting, right, that expansion pack, you know, premium kind of service with Nintendo. It's good to see that they've been sticking to the commitment of, hey, every month expect another N64 game to come out, which has been really cool. Usually what happens is they kind of follow up a little bit later now with like a Sega Genesis collection with like a bunch of games. It's usually been like a couple games, not just one. So I'm sure that's probably in the pipeline next. Someone brought up, which is pretty interesting though, is that we kind of got to see this roadmap, right? When they first unveiled the whole expansion pack and what we can expect to see from it, they did kind of give a little roadmap in terms of what games you saw there that were coming. So I think someone said Kirby is coming, and I think it's one more game. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's Kirby N64 and one more game. I think it was Pokemon Snap. So we're waiting to get those two games. At that point, the question becomes, do they continue? Do they, you know, did they give us kind of a bit of another roadmap, right? I mean, a lot of people wanted to see the Mario Party games and whatnot. And again, so let us know your thoughts down below. Again, I got to give them props for their commitment to just making sure N64 games are coming, and they're doing it. So, hey, give them the props for it. Now we can go ahead and end off with the games that released this past week. If you didn't know, Chrono Cross: The Radical Dreamers Edition dropped for PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. That was April 7th. The House of Dead remake for Switch dropped on April 7th, and then Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, that's a lot of S's, and that is PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. That dropped on April 5th, which a lot of people are enjoying. Apparently it's the Lego game that, like, people are like, yo, this is the next tier of Lego game. So again, if you played it, give us your thoughts down below. I am Letho1Up. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you tune in to next week's Weekly Wrap. I will catch you guys then. Peace out.